that than what they've invested. That's how the game goes in here.
Hey, let it ferment for a couple of days, and then let it sit up. I'm gonna be so close to some Jim Beam whiskey until I might make Jim Beam sue me.
Julep is more or less a prison world whiskey. They make it out of yeast, orange juices, and rice. It'll get you drunk, pretty much like free world alcohol. Like I said, we got to drinking that night, and both of us was pretty tipsy. We were just laying on the bed back there. He was at one end of the bed, and I was at the other end of the bed, and he just started rubbing on my leg. So automatically, by me being pretty well drunk, I had began to become erect, you know, and I didn't have any complex about it. You know, I already liked him. He's a good looking dude.
So we called him Youngin. He just trusted me, with his feelings and everything else, whatever he thought about. He felt he could talk to me.
So for me to live clean and have what I like, I guess when I started hanging around Mendenhall, he was doing all that. They give me anything I wanted: free world clothes, boots, shoes, watches, things of such. And I knew that if I left that I wouldn't have all those things. After Mark had found out that I had slept with Mindy, he became anxious. He wanted to himself. But as far as me and him, I really didn't look at him like that right then because I wasn't spending much time with him. He was just basically the financial his sister. I wasn't spending a whole lot of time with him. But as I did, I started to grow to like him also. And then when I was spending time with him, Mendenhall would be jealous. So it was causing turmoil in the family. That's what we were, we're a family.
This was the second time Mark being here, and they shipped him again. But whenever they shipped him, and that's whenever pretty much responsibility landed on me to make sure they're all right and to make sure nobody messes with them. You got to, if you have to, die for them.
The reason why I left him with him because I know he's a good person. I know he wouldn't mistreat him. And if I would come back to that certain institution, if I wanted him back or they wanted to be back with me, he wouldn't have a problem with it.
If I wasn't in the game, then I wouldn't drink and drug. There's not many times to where I just want to look at reality, what's around me, what's happening. I try to stay messed up so I don't have to see it. That's how I cope with it every day.
I got out of lockup and I was trying to deal with it out of my feelings for Mindy. I was trying to deal with it, but he had changed. He is caught up in himself too much, too self-centered. He always worried about him when he was gonna get high the next time. You know, I just couldn't deal with that. I don't like being around them type people. As far as the aspects of life goes, yeah, it was better. Uh, I could go to the barber and get a haircut anytime I wanted. It wouldn't have to take nothing with me, you know. And then as far as the lock in my box, I didn't really have to because I didn't have to worry about anybody breaking in it at all because they know that I was associated with Mark, so they wouldn't mess with that. Mark had a pretty good reputation around here.
well, I've used many different techniques to get a boy. Um, Tricks, manipulation, boo game, um, hero type, Captain Save a Hole situations, all sorts of things. Um, and yes, I became very good at it.
I'll make sure you have something to eat every night. I'll make sure you have it some smoke. I'll make sure you have some coffee. But I'm not never giving it to him directly. He's getting it from one of my boys. So when that person might feel like, no, it's not me or whatever, then I cut him off. I cut his supply off. You know what I'm saying? Now I give him time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? He was getting free dope. He was getting free whiskey. He was getting eating every night. He was smoking every night. And then he was getting free sex. Now he don't get none of that no more. And to be able to get that, then this is what he got to do.
Well, one of the first things they're going to throw up is the stuff they've given you. You owe them for that. And then they kind of put the boo down with it, the boo game. And to where you owe them that plus interest. They try to get you in a bind.
You some gas. What you want to do?
Y'all got me leaking and everything.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you
Y'all
hit it.
bullshit, man.
Where did all the cup at?
Huh?
Sonny, give me that
think
cup.
I'm just gonna buy your shit and then I ain't gonna taste it.
Look here. You don't. Hey, look here. You ain't gonna just be drinking my whiskey, right? That's all you getting now. What's up? That's gas, ain't it?
It's raw. Sweet.
No, you ain't
Trying to
finna
sell
rob
us
me.
some bell water.
It's
I ain't
straight.
finished
You
robbing,
a,
man.
see, you an alcoholic,
It's
so
straight.
it don't
It's
even
straight.
matter.
It's
Yeah,
straight.
you just
Did
want.
you just want to drink?
How
It's
come you
straight.
always about the
We
beat
all right,
game, man?
Ain't no robbing here, bro.
How come you always about the beat game,
Every
man?
time I be trying to handle some business, man, you
You always
show
about the
up.
beat game, though, man. You still owe me 5 bags,
I
partner.
don't owe you nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You still owe me 5 bags. I tell you what, you go ahead and get this and we break even.
There's a gallon right here. Give me 10.
I grew up in a family of 9 brothers and 4 sisters, and my father, he left, when I was like 9 years old. BPS is on her stomach, stand for Black Peace Stone. She's holding a dope sack in her hand. My other girl over on this side, she's got her back, she holding a shotgun. That's my hood, what I represent. Black Peace Stone Blood Nation.
Looking back over the years, I guess I shedded some tears. I told myself time and time again, it's time I'm gonna win. Taking the bumps and the bruises of all the things of a 2-time loser. I tried to hold on, my faith is gone. It's just another sad song. I look back at the times, living in a 3-bedroom shack, wicked streets, nothing to eat, and hemming out clothes on my back. So many hard times.
I grew up in Pritchard with my grandmother, my mother. Lived there all my life. Slum area, ghetto.